Good evening, degenerates. Man, anybody going to be out there today? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Got somebody. They're not saying anything, but we got somebody. Welcome back to me. Last week was hell. Well, I'll say it was hell, but it was unpleasant for sure. Oh, man. Let's see. What do we got going on here? Trying to check on my tabs, make sure all my stuff's going. What's up, Phil? How are we this fine Thursday? I love the fact that there it goes. It takes forever for stuff to update. Who knows? How's your, we'll be better tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday. Friday is going to be a great day. I know it. It's going to be. Got a lot of stuff going on. Oh, Lord. Got a piece of fuzz or something here. Huh. Weird. But, yeah, it's going to be a better day tomorrow. I mean, we should think that every day, I think. It's not necessarily always going to be true, but it definitely needs to be something we think maintain some positive outlook. I mean, after the week that I've had, starting this time, like last week. Oh man, I mean, I'm doing better. Family's doing better. I mean, handling loss is always shitty, and I mean, I'm not going to sit and dwell on it and bring down the mood of the entire broadcast by trying to relive the moment. If anybody who follows on X knows what went on, I'm not going to go through it again. But that time heals all wounds, right? Isn't that right? Got wonderful things going on. It's like we've got a federal case. It's overturning NFA and for suppressors and SBS's SBRs. I think that's going to be a great thing. I'd like to see that whole thing come apart. It's one brick at a time, right? Phil, I'm having a fantastic time with that new 3D printer. I've been doing all kinds of stuff. One Well, I don't know. Did you see the skull? That print was fun. I really ought to. I really think I ought to paint the insides of those eye sockets black. Maybe the inside of the nose and stuff. Kind of give it a little bit more. Yeah, it is a rabbit hole. It is definitely a rabbit hole. It's one of those things that you just kind of. I'm not gonna be as bad as you. I'm telling you. I'm telling myself I'm not gonna be as bad as you. It's not my first 3D printer, obviously, but it is the best one I've ever operated. It's like, oh, it's just ridiculous. I'm still trying to learn. There's a whole lot with the software, with the slicer, all that junk. It's a whole different thing. Learning how to operate it efficiently and not crash it or break things. And you only have 4. Well, at one time I had I think I had 3 of them. I had 3 ANET A8s. It was either 3 or 4 of them, but that was, they were horribly slow and single color crap. And then I upgraded to Prusa. It was a Mark II, I think, at the time, and then went up to the Mark III and the 3S, Plus. Yeah, I've had a lot of stuff. I've been doing this for a bit, and but yeah, it's like I was actually using it for doing, additive manufacturing, obviously, but we were using it for real, like, products. 22 Ender 3s. You went a little bit more gung-ho with it than I did. That's a lot. So the Ender, isn't that the three act, or the one with the 3 arms that operates it like, instead of in a square, it's a triangle or whatever you want to call it? Isn't that the Ender? I may be thinking wrong. I'm not as knowledgeable about all the different makes and models as I ought to be, because well, there really wasn't anything that much out there. It's like an MK3. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I had a few years back. I had the Mark III's Plus with an MMU on it, and then I left that position and location where I was working at, and that one stayed behind. And more recently got back. I mean, this is, like, work shit. So, but, if you can get somebody else to buy your printers and whatnot. I mean, we make stuff all the time for, like, any problem that you can think of. Like, most, you've got some issue you got to face. You got a missing part, and it's made, if it's even, sometimes if it's made out of metal, I mean, sometimes you can replace metal with plastic, depending on what the application is. And you just make something. Actually had a part that I designed for, well, I posted that one. Buddy of mine had a wreck and messed his truck up, and he got a new truck, but his toolbox, he didn't want to, all it was is a little bit of scuffing, and the toolbox had a piece of trim on it. The plastic piece on the trim broke, and he brought me the right side that was broken, like whatever was left that he had of it, and then he brought me the left one. I know. It's like, those bastards do it on purpose. They wait until they posted something about X on X this, about 2 hours ago, and I was like, damn you. Every time they do, I ought to know they're going to drop a new episode on a Thursday. They do it like every week. It's not the end of the world. I'll get to it. But what I was saying is, it's like, he brought me the left one, which was whole, and I modeled the left one and then mirrored it and printed him a new right side. Works great. So I think the part that's the most challenging about additive manufacturing is trying to learn all the different plastics, the different filament types and the best applications for each one and all that stuff. There's way more options now. Back in the day, it was like ABS and PLA, and that's almost all there was. ABS is such a pain in the ass to print. Now with these, I haven't tried printing ABS with this enclosed printer. It may do a lot better because it can maintain the internal environment. I don't know. I'm really interested to see how that would work. I may get some ABS filament and see how it operates. Yeah, I mean, you say that, but every printer I've ever tried to print ABS on, it warped like nobody's business. ASA. I have not done that one. So, but I do have a few people I can talk to about it now, and I didn't have that before. I mean, it's become so widespread in use, and the printers are getting so inexpensive. Man. Yeah, exactly. I know you popped in right when I was in the middle of talking about it, but yeah, it's almost the same as ABS. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that with the enclosed printing, and it can control the temperature, ambient air temperature and all that stuff. It makes no sense not to give some of that stuff a try. I want to do some of the flex stuff too. I see people making their own Crocs with flex and whatnot. So I think that's funny. Everybody got their X money. You getting it? Did you get it, Phil? I think you did. I want to say you did. They finally gave it to me. So the smell, what's it smell like? Because I know that PLA smells kind of like maple syrup, and I love it. I love the way it smells. It reminds me of opening a brand new sleeve of DVDs or CDs, because they smell almost like maple syrup also. And that just takes me back to the old days when we used to burn CDs and whatnot, man. That's some good stuff. It stinks. Well, I don't want to do it. I'm doing it inside an office building, so I'm not doing that. I don't want all that. I mean, I can accomplish probably what I need to, because ABS, I think, is pretty resistant to like UV and stuff like that, if I'm remembering correctly. Because it's like ABS pipe, black pipe, you can put it outside and it won't get brittle and break and all that junk. And that's just me off the top of my head. But yeah, I don't want to mess with something that smells bad. I don't have a whole lot of applications where I'm going to need to have, something outdoors. So the thing I want to do next is master doing like PLA and PETG or PETG mix, where your support is a different type of plastic so they don't stick to one another. I think that's a thing that I want to try to get down. That's a little bit of a challenge, I think. It's doable, but I got to start on way smaller prints. I was working on that skull and was trying to do supports only in two different plastics. And I think where I messed up is I should have set the supports to only build plate. Yeah. So yeah, PETG is, man, this is I've got two. So I have the little garden, like solar yard lights, that you have a little stake, and we had them next to our greenhouse. We got a little greenhouse, and I didn't want to have to like edge around them and all that junk. So I designed and printed a couple of little arms to hold them up off the ground and put them out. They've been out there for, wow, I don't even know. An interface layer in it with 3 layers. Well, you'd know. I may give that another shot. I'm about to be away from the printer for about a week, but I may try it when I get back. But had a lot of fun stuff happening. Let's see. Where? Okay. So, hey, Phil, guess what? I'm still not monetized on YouTube. Let me zoom in on this. But if you take a look here, I was so close. Look at that. It's just almost there. Oh, man, it's killing me. And it's not like I think I'm going to make any money off of it here. That's the whole thing. The first tier of monetization, you don't even make any money off the ad revenue or anything like that, right? That's not the point. That is not the point. The point is you lost it. What'd you lose? The point? Or are you talking about your monetization? Yeah. Well, you stop putting videos up, and you lose. You got to have the 3 uploads every 90 days, or at least 3 uploads every 90 days. The subs, I mean, if your subs don't leave you, that's fine. But the watch hours will roll off on you. If you'll do some stuff, and you'll end up with not having it anymore if you don't stay on it. I mean, I'm preaching to the choir. Obviously, you know that already, but I mean, other people may not. I didn't know any of that stuff before I started messing with it. But yeah, the getting monetized where you get ad revenue is a whole, like, another 1,000 hours, which I don't foresee obtaining. I can tell you why. So if you look at my right here, this is where early on where I started, and you can see that that got little blips here. That's someplace right around the beginning of why that's not popping up. I don't know, but this big spike here is when people discovered the channel, and I got all the subs, and all the stuff went nuts, around October or so. Every day I go, some of this drops off, and if I don't get to the 3,000 before, right, like about mid, first or second week in September, I'm going to be fighting. I mean, it's going to be a struggle, because I'll be losing a lot of hours. That big spike was it September? So September 28th was, I mean, I had like 132 hours. That's when people discovered that short that well, it's not really a short, but the channel trailer that I made, the first one that I made that was like photorealistic. When they discovered that, it kind of went crazy. Everybody was sharing stuff all over Reddit and everything, and people weren't already angry about AI generated content. Now, what's up, Ash? I hope you made it home from work okay, and you didn't work yourself. Obviously not dead. So hopefully you're doing all right. You didn't have too much work to do, and it wasn't too hot. Yeah, good. I'm glad you're away. I'm glad you're doing all right. So Phil's here with us. We got Billy. Billy's on too. But I think he's fighting his urge to watch Overserved or a Hall of Fame football game. We'll see. We'll see if he sticks around. He may just leave it playing in the background and go do some other stuff. He has been known to do that from time to time. But we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. I all right. My subscriber count's finally on the way back up. Um, it's interesting. One of those things that I can show you on here too. Like you can see right around September-ish, like the same point where they discovered that one video. It just took off. And I was up to like 38.59. So I'm down. It slid all the way down into like, you can see it drop down into the 20s, and then it started kind of climbing back up, July-ish or so. So I mean, but it's one of those things. It's like I don't know what it was, if I was just in a slump on the content or what. Hey, it's all right. You got to keep them kids clean, man. Kids are gross when they're already gross to begin with. Dirty ones are even grosser. But I know I was out all week last week. That's just family comes first, and so obviously you're bathing kids and stuff, which reminds me, family comes first, and I had to take care of mine. My little Sophie dog, she's been on the stream before. Yeah, please do. I'm sure everybody within like a few feet of you will appreciate that, man. But yeah, my little Sophie dog passed on Friday, or actually Saturday morning, about 1:30ish, right around 1:30 in the morning. And she went downhill fast Wednesday last week. She was having a little issue breathing, and Thursday we took her to the vet, and the vet's like, hey, she's got some fluid around her heart, got a little congestion there, and her liver functions kind of goofy. Her enzyme levels are high. She's got a little bit of a fever. So that means she's probably got infection too. And she gave her some meds and said, bring her back the next day. And she put her on an IV and get her some more meds. We took her back the next morning. Didn't know it, but unbeknownst to us, she was unable to get an IV going. She was really already dehydrated pretty bad, but was giving her what she could do. Yeah. And so we picked her up Thursday, took her home. I wasn't streaming. Oh no, picked her up Friday. So took her Friday morning, picked her back up on Friday about 5:00. About 8:30, I was out here watching videos, trying to catch up on some of the stuff that I was behind on, Overserved and some of the other podcasts that I haven't been able to like watch. I was actually in the middle of kind of consensual. I was watching, that episode, and my wife sent me a text about 8:30. It's like, you got to come back in the house. She's not doing great. So I did. And we ended up taking her back to the vet, gave her some more meds and stuff. And we're like, we're going to take her back on Saturday. And then it went all downhill from there. So, I mean, yeah, at this point, I've passed through all the 5 stages of grief, I'm not real proud of the fact that I did take some of that out on the wife. Luckily she understood that, I was going through it, and she's like, I kind of bit her head off, and she left and went and did her thing for a little while, ran some errands, and then came back and was like, just so you know, I'm mourning too, and you're not going to use me as a verbal punching bag. And I was like, oh, I guess I need to cut that shit out. So, but yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. We went and took her Monday, had her cremated. We've got a really pretty nice little certificate thing and little with her little paw print on it. I'm going to get a tattoo of that paw print. So that's going to be something that I'm going to get done. I've got one more dog, and I think we're going to hang back on the dog thing for a while. I mean, unless of course, people say that, and what'll happen is we do rescue dogs and stuff, and we'll have some damn little stray puppy or something come through the neighborhood, and that'll be it. We'll have another damn dog. I mean, that's just the nature of how things go. But Sadie, you guys haven't seen her. She's half shepherd, half husky. She weighs about 85 pounds, big old bundle of hair. And there's not a single thought behind those eyes. I don't know that she's even aware that, that she's awake half the time. The most chill animal I've ever seen in my life. She doesn't get excited or upset about a lot of things. Which is the exact opposite of Sophie. She was a bundle of nerves. But yeah, I mean, that dog had a really good life. And they were dropped off at the Humane Society when she was all her litter mates. I mean, there was a whole box full of those puppies. And only 2 of the dogs out of that litter survived. There was, I think, 5 of them. Somebody had adopted one of the little boys, and we picked up Sophie and took her. She's the only one of the puppies who decided that she wanted to do anything with us, and I think it was because all the other ones were sick. But it was pretty interesting. The Humane Society, man, if you can do anything for that organization, like local, especially local, they took care of us. We adopted that dog, and then come to find out she had parvo and an intestinal parasite, and almost died. We put her. They spent $600 treating her at a vet about an hour from where we are. She spent several days on IV meds and everything, and from that point forward, it was almost like she knew that we saved her, and that, I don't know, I'm trying not to get too much into it because I'm going to get all worked up on it. But, she was a really good dog, and it's almost like she knew that she wouldn't be around if it wasn't for us. And we were there with her at the end. Everybody in the living room, me and the wife and the son and our other dog, we're all sitting there with her and petting her, and she went. So, but I'm going to stop talking about it. I know that everybody's been through that kind of thing. Loss is hard. And so that's not the first experience I've had with that. Obviously, I didn't make it to this age in my life without having to lose a few people and pets and stuff. But that's the worst pet loss I've had to deal with. I wasn't as close to like any of the other pets that we had. My wife's had a cat who I did not dislike, but I just wasn't as close to her as the dog is. I'm more of a dog person than a cat person. I don't dislike cats. I like cats just fine. They're assholes, but I'm mostly just like dogs. It's just one of those things that, I don't know. There's just something. I think I feel like dogs are more pure souls than cats are. You do have to work a lot harder for a cat's affection. If you got a cat that likes you, you've probably done something, because you don't own a cat. The cat kind of owns you. Phil, I know Jack Mandeville did a an episode on cats. He's done one on dogs also. I was one of those people who was really big on saying that we don't deserve dogs, and he's like, the hell we don't. We do. We deserve them. It's like, we absolutely, and they deserve us. And I'm like, well, after watching his episode, I was like, yeah, I can see it. I can see it. You know, it's cats on the other hand are interesting. That, you know, when you take when his take on how that goes is essentially when human beings stopped being nomadic hunters and they started farming, the grain that they were keeping would attract rodents, and small African like wild cats figured that out and decided to come in and start killing the rodents. And then it just became, you know, just became this relationship, and people started realizing that the rodent population was lower when the cats were around because they were killing them, and decided to start trying to tame them. And that's how we got where we are. I know I kind of dumbed that down quite a bit. His episode's a lot better than that explanation of it, but oh man. My man Travis saying, oh, did you guys see that on a completely shifting gears? I'm gonna let my ADHD brain chase squirrels and take us someplace else. But did you guys see that? I gotta find that video. Travis has been doing a thing, man. Let me find it. He's been, you know, we've been obviously been kind of pushing him to do a little bit more episodes, videos and stuff. I'm trying to find the one in particular. Let's see if this is it. Yeah. Yeah. So hold on, get this back. Yeah, this is it. So I'm not going to play the audio, obviously, because it's got music in it, but you guys should check the dude out. I mean, I shared it before, but check him out. That's a nice shirt he's wearing too, by the way. I didn't even notice that before when I watched it, but he's talented. I'm very impressed by some of the stuff. That shit right there is crazy. But he did this little post and put it up there. Eric Bartel, the guy who founded Echelon, actually reposted that post for him, and I thought it was great. I'm not one of those people who will hate on other people for getting ahead or doing. Man, do it. If you've got some sort of talent and stuff, he says. I don't think he's kidding. I don't really think he's kidding. I think he wants to be sponsored by Echelon, and I don't know that Echelon does sponsorships, but if they do, I hope he gets it. And if they don't, Eric, you guys, all y'all, Sam, Sarah, Amanda, all you people, if you happen to be watching this, I should clip this bit but if you don't do sponsorships, you should start. So I'm kind of proud of the guy. He's doing. I mean, I can't do shit like that. I've never been that graceful, and being able to do crap like that is it's crazy. And so anyway, I don't know what you think about it, but I think it's awesome. The fact that he, you know, he'll put those things together. I'm pretty sure his wife helps him, or he's got a buddy there that helps film some of that stuff, or he's setting up. I mean, I guess he could set up a tripod and do all that stuff in front of the camera, in front of his phone, but he needs to start producing a few more videos. I am super surprised that he's not here. Oh man, I used to ride skateboards. You know, I used to, and I was like 115 pounds soaking wet when I was like 17 years old. I didn't weigh nothing. So it was nothing for me to be able to, I was never any good at it. Never any good at it. I could use it as a mode of transportation to get from point A to B. When I got to be old enough to be to where I could drive by myself, I stopped doing it because pushing myself around town on a skateboard just sucked. I mean, I had a whole bunch of friends who were really, really good at it. You know, we had a friend of ours that had a half pipe in her backyard. We actually had a double half in another friend's backyard that was like a mini. It's only about 3 feet tall. But yeah, I could essentially drop in on the smaller. The smaller half pipe was actually harder, but I could drop in and maybe get a couple of back. I could never do anything. I could ollie. I couldn't do shit. I followed everybody else around. Had it been like this day and age, I would have been the guy who was filming everything. We didn't have cameras like that. We couldn't afford to run around with a camcorder or anything. We did do that a little bit, but not very much. And back in those days, it was essentially, if you couldn't get sponsored, you weren't going anywhere with it. And none of us, I mean, we live in the middle of the country. That kind of shit didn't happen here. That's the kind of stuff where you got to be on one of the coasts. You know, California was the big thing, you know, but you got to be East Coast, West Coast or something. Like nobody anywhere around Memphis, to the best of my knowledge, was sponsored by anybody. But hell, there weren't even that many. I mean, Powell Peralta and man, that was there. There's only like 2 or 3 skateboard companies back then. I'm fucking old. Tony Hawk is only like, how old is he? Because I think he's only like 3-4 years older than I am. Let me go look that up because that dude's still doing it. And I remember watching like VHS videos. Holy shit, he's 58. So yeah, he's a bit older than me. Yeah, see, that's the thing is I was grown when Bam Margera and all that shit started. I was an adult. I didn't those guys were all little kids. I remember I may pronounce his name wrong. Bucky Lasik. I think it's Lasik. Might be Lasik. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He was a little kid. That was his thing. I mean, that guy was like, he was skating with grown folks and he was like 10, 11, 12 years old. And that was a big deal because nobody could do the stuff that he was doing back when he was a kid. So, and that's the kind of shit that I remember. It's like, I've been around forever. So I'm just like the historian guy that everybody is like, oh yeah, it's like I remember when that shit happened. I was actually paying attention. I was a grown adult human being when a bunch of this stuff went down. So, but man. Wait, oh, that's right. Completely got derailed. Completely got derailed. My whole train of thought. No, X, I am not boosting the visibility of my stream. I'm not doing it. I'm not paying for more people to see it. They see it, they see it. Except for Travis, who's not here. He may be filming. He may be out making videos. And I hope he is. I hope that he's doing something productive. Oh, I see. He did. Oh man. Oh, he did do a thing. What did you do? What? What did he? All right. What's the? Oh no. He put a reservation in for one of those Rio. I think it's Rio. It's not REO. Is it REO or Rio? I don't know. But one of those trucks. Apparently, he put a reservation in for one. That may have been what he was up to. Well, congrats. I looked at those. I don't need a new truck. So it's a neat idea, though. I think there's going to be some technicals built out of those. I think. Well, hell, they're building them out of everything. I think Black Rifle built one out of a smart car. I think it was a smart car. It was little. All I know. But yeah, everybody's going crazy building all kinds of stuff. Was it a Prius? That doesn't seem right. I know I shared it, but looking back through my stuff is going to be, I talk too much crap. Let me see if I can find it. And they got the video, and Travis, I think it's Travis Pastrana's jumping trucks. Man, I think that was on Instagram. I think that's where that was. I don't think it was on X. And so therefore, finding that is going to be somewhat troublesome, problematic, if you will. Because that was recent. It was decent, like decently recent. Tell you what, let's let the smarter thing do it. What vehicles did? You know what? You guys could be doing this for me. You usually operate as my brain. Look at this. Look at this, Ash. Ain't that a bitch? It's splitting, pissing me off. This is a good cigar too. And it's not dry. It's been in my big humidor in the house. It's just probably rolled too tight is all I can figure. I'm going to let Grok sit and churn on that. Aha! It's a smart car. I was right. And a vintage Ford Bronco. Oh, that's what it was. It wasn't Black Rifle that posted it. It was on Matt Best's. Yeah. It was on Matt's. Come on. Why did I skip past the media tab? And there's so much shit on the internet. I mean, it's not shit, but oh, he called it a small military assault recon transport. Smart. That's cute. Here we go. Hold on. Pause. I got to get some. Yeah. So you can see right here. Yeah, it's a smart card. That's funny. I don't care who you are. That shit right there is hilarious. Those guys are very comical. They entertain the shit out of me. They make good coffee too. Oh, that was it. So what was that you said? Local cigar lounge you go to is having a special on My Father cigars. Yeah. Been having a lot of the judges lately. Those things are great. That cigar company, I've got some in the humidor. I don't keep as many of those. There's a local, well, somewhat local, is about an hour and some change away from here, up in Missouri, that stocks those. And the problem is their humidor is a touch on the dry side. So when I get stuff from them, I have to let it sit in the humidor for weeks to get it up to where it needs to be on humidity. So this thing's gonna hold together. If I'm ginger with it, it'll hold together. But so we'll see. But yeah, I like My Father. I think it's funny because they all say MF on them. It's funny. Are you excited about your Goth Girl spit? Are you? Oh Lord, did you see the latest thing that they hit? Look at this. Coming soon. Now, what has Eric got? What has Eric got in his hands? That appears to be two brand new can designs we've not seen. What are those? What are those? Oh yeah, I'm all up on. No, I'm not. Damn it. That's right. Caffeine and Gains is the highest tier. I am not there yet. I am not. Those drop off too. I've been buying those for. Yeah, I know they're new flavors. I don't know what they are though. If you look really close. Now I'm not trying to, start any rumors, but if you take a close look, that top of that can sort of kind of looks like a watermelon rind. So that's interesting. And these are the 16-ounce cans. These are not the skinny 12s. These are hydration, almost certain hydration. So they get two more for the hydration line. They are both. So we'll see. We'll see. My attitude on that is like, damn you people, my wallet is suffering because of you, because they keep coming out with banger flavors that I've got to have. And but that's okay. We're spreading the love. I've got several other people who are at work who are now partaking in the echelon. They're not part of the cult yet, but they're getting there. And I ordered 12 cases of the Goth Girl spit. I'm not reselling any of that. Well, I did a sort of a group buy, but they got them for what I pay for them. I'm not scalping things and reselling them at a huge profit. I like those. I like those drinks. I'm going to drink them. I got five of the 12 cases were actually people were like, hey, when you buy these, let me get like 3 cases, or let me get 2 cases. He isn't ready for the man. I'm telling you, all you got to do is try it. Will he not try it? Is that what the problem is? He won't even give it a try. I'm telling you, my favorite one of those spicy flavors is yuzu cayenne. I think it is probably the best one to give to somebody if they want to. If you're, if they start feeling adventurous and want to give one of those a try, I think it's a good one. What I would suggest to do, if it were me, I would pour some into a container, like a cup, and hand it over. It's like, man, that's bad. Those things are not that spicy. They're just not. I like spicy food though. So some people just can't handle it. I don't think they're that spicy. I think they're perfect. But I think there's well, we've already heard, if you watched the kind of consensual episode where Eric was on, they were like, no more spicy flavors. And Nick likes spicy, but the problem is I don't know that the market is bearing. There's just not enough people. I just don't. The spicy ones aren't that spicy. I like them. I won't. So I don't I do very well, good keeping the pre-workout in stock in my fridge so that I can take them when I go to the gym. I've been slacking a lot. but I keep them around. I got a bunch of several cases ahead, and then my subscription keeps me up. So what happens is, like, it'll kind of fluctuate a little bit back and forth, but I don't ever run out. And at one point I couldn't keep them in stock. I wasn't ordering enough of them up front, and so I was having to use the hydration line and some of the 200 milligram energy drink ones. But I absolutely won't go to the gym without the pre-workouts. I think they're great. Matter of fact, when I went yesterday, I had a berry habanero, and it was wonderful. I had a good day. That was a good day in the gym yesterday, man. My chest sore as shit. Oh, so I'm gonna have to get over there tomorrow, though. I didn't go today. You know how it is. You get busy doing stuff. I have a private gym that I go to. Not that I'm bragging or anything, but it's I go in the middle of the day, right around when everybody else goes to lunch. I go to the gym, and I get busy at work doing other things, and just don't get up and walk off and leave it. And then after a while, I talk myself out of going. So it's kind of pathetic, really. It is. I've been going a lot more recently than I did, a few months ago. So, back to my rat killing. Good Lord, what am I doing? I done scrolled too far. All right, so this week's episode, Jesus, I started the damn thing. So let me try this again. This week's episode is episode 69. Nice. Yep. That pulling 10 and 12-hour days, yeah. I'd love that for you, for it to calm down just enough so you can go to the gym. But this one is the invasion of Normandy, the D-Day invasion. That's where we are in the story in the European theater of World War II. And I'm doing a little work, trying to get a little bit better with my with honing my craft. Got these things running at 4K now. So there's that. I didn't realize I was watching one of my episodes a few episodes ago. Now I was actually watching it on a TV, and I was like, "Son, why does that look so crappy?" And then I came to the realization that when I switched my video editing software, oh, when I switched my video editing software, I stopped encoding at a higher bit rate, and it slipped down, and it wasn't a good move. It's one of those things. It's like, but hey, Alabama, where at, man? Northern Alabama. I've been all over the place down there. Birmingham, been there, a few times. Um, I Birmingham, Decatur, the Huntsville area. It's like, damn it all. But Birmingham's all right. It's a pretty decent place. I haven't been there in a while, but yeah, I'm not supposed to even go there. I'm all over the place. Now I've actually spent a few days there, but it's been a good while, like a few years since I've been there. I got so many places to go. Oh gosh, you're gonna get to see more pictures of my feet. Gonna get to take a little trip with the wife. That's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I don't think about 3 weeks, so that's gonna be cool. Gonna go spend some time in Charleston. I'm getting to go back there. Hopefully, I'll get some time to actually go look at some stuff. That'll be awesome. I know that I kind of hinted at trying to do some sort of video, maybe on Fort Sumter or something, Civil War-y or yeah, I did create a term, Civil War-y. But I don't know what I'll get to do or what I will be doing since she's going with me, but I will be staying in town and it won't be work related. So we'll see where things go. I don't know. Yes, I know. I heard you say that. There's so much stuff in that area. It's like I it's almost like there's too much there. And I'm one of those kind of people. When I have way too many choices, I have a hard time making up my mind, and then I end up not doing anything because I just get overwhelmed with all the input. And so I have a tendency to be, when I'm on a business trip, I'm in the gate, get the stuff done, and I leave and go home because I'd rather be at home. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. I do know somebody who lives over there's got a boat. Just saying. This thing is about to give up, and I'm not happy about it. Oh, I need some cigar glue. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get some cigar glue. My YouTuber's done dropped off. I know Billy's probably still there. He's one of those guys who'll just let it play in the background, and he'll probably pop up. They got about a 30-second delay, I think, over there, and so we'll see. Damn them. I just ran across the echelon post again. I see. Told you. I told you. Yeah, Phil went. Oh, he was bathing the kids. He probably got done doing that and had to take care of them. I mean, such is the life of a parent with young children. You got to go do what you got to go do. In other news, my my current the channel I'm on right now is at 218 subs. Kind of just stalled out in that high teens area. Been 215, 217, 218, somewhere around in that vicinity for a little bit. I don't know why. It is what it is, I suppose. I don't even know. I don't even pay any attention to my kick subs or anything. I don't know why. It's just, let's go see what that one, that one was. I mean, why is this interesting? My browser's being stupid. See if that's the way that works. Yes. 16. A whole sum total of 16 followers on Kick. Woohoo. But that's okay. I'm not that worried about it. Hey, there's Travis. Travis, you did a thing. You going to get yourself a new truck? Is this going to replace the Chevy or what? What did you do? What did you do to your phone? I'm looking forward to seeing more about that. I really haven't been paying attention, and I saw the announcement today that they put up on X, and then I saw your announcement. So you got to get the phone fixed so you can put some more videos out, man. I was talking you up, man. Sharing your video you posted that Eric reposted. Proud of you. You go. You keep it up, man. You keep that up. Put on charge, woke up, it was in recovery mode. Yeah, you saw it. He reposted it. So that's how it begins, man. That's how it begins. I'm just a little peon, but I'll support you, man. I got you, bro. I got your back. You keep putting that stuff up there, and I'll keep sharing it too. But they're paying attention. The thing about Echelon is their presence on X is so much smaller than other social media platforms. They're really trying to get into that platform, and so yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more out of you. I've been wanting you to get out there and get it done. I want to see every single one of y'all do something and do great things. Every single one of you. There's enough to go around. There's enough success for everybody. Yeah, I mean, they're getting there. They're getting there. I don't know if we call that in before they blow up. I think that it's kind of still a cult following at this point. But you know what? They're doing good things. They're doing new stuff all the time, expanding. And it's one of those things. If you're not growing, you're dying. But like I was saying, it's like they got a pretty. I haven't looked that up recently. Who did I miss a phone call from? Who doesn't matter. Fuck them. Let's see. So they've got 337,000 followers on Instagram, significantly higher than what they've got on X. Let's go on over and so yeah, if you take a look, 4,140. So yeah, I'm doing this on purpose too, because I'm proud of that one. That I mean, I'm proud of a lot of the big accounts that follow me, right? These guys are cool, and the fact that they're only following 28 other accounts, and most of those guys are all like, they're all like, they're like unsub and JD delay, you know, and then got my dumbass in the middle of all of them. Man, it was what's really funny. One of them followed me, and then it got taken away, and then one of them followed me back, and I don't know who it is. It's not Sam, but whatever. And yeah, if it's just one free issue, I missed the comment rolled off before I got it, but it don't care if it's just one issue case a month and a promo code or something. Don't expect much, but signed contract to ride for them would be cool. You know what? I get the distinct feeling that they're wanting to kind of push more into the civilian market. That's where they seem to be trying to head. They've got a really strong following in the active duty and veteran, you know, segments of the market. I think they're trying to push to get more into the private sector and get the public, you know, regular, you know, the civvies like me and you get those folks involved. You would frame the contract, buddy. Everybody's trying to get somewhere or something. I support people that whose products I like and who I think are, you know, good people. So but yeah, I'm just dumb enough to have interesting people follow me. So, you know, I got a couple more of them, like JD Delay and Sav, you know. Still working on King Picks. Gave it to one stranger one time. Kind of sad you couldn't get his reaction to it. You know what? That's a good idea. That is a good idea. You know what? You get to go out there in yeah, you do. You know what, Billy? I'd love to see some time lapse boat builds. That's what I would like to see. That would kind of tickle my tism. I love that shit. There's a reason why I watch the videos from like Junkyard Digs and Pole Barn Garage. That kind of stuff. That's what I watch to like just turn off the brain and watch stuff. Watching boat builds would be fucking dope. I'm not telling you what to do, obviously, but I mean, I would watch it. You know, you'd have one person watching it, probably Travis too, because we're both psychos. It fit in great. But yeah, I was hyping up that boat that you built and that you guys got wrapped. I thought that was pretty sick. So yeah, Sav's got her own show, man. I haven't had an opportunity to watch that yet. I'm going to. It's just one of those things. I'm about to put the Dune books on a break and start using my time when I travel to try and catch up on some of this stuff. I'm ahead of where everything was on like the movies and stuff. It's going to be a while before the next movie comes out, and I'm way ahead of all that stuff. I'm about, I don't know, 2/3 to 3/4 of the way through Dune Messiah, the second book. I think I'm going to take a break and start trying to catch up on some of the streaming that I've not been watching. It's getting on my nerves as somebody who's considered themselves a pretty active member of the community. I haven't had an opportunity to really do a lot of watching. I have a tendency to spend all my time doing my own stuff, except for when I'm on the road. And I've been spending all my time on the road reading, which I don't think there's anything You should do some. Hey, man, you don't have to. You don't have to film the whole damn process, but some of it, especially some of the, some pieces that whatever you think is the most difficult or whatever. Which is funny because people who are really good at things tend to make things look really, really easy, even though they're not. Because that's the good thing about being, talented at something. You make something look simple or easy to do when it's actually really, really difficult. And so I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell you what would be interesting because I don't know anything about building boats, which is part of the reason why I'm interested in it. Is like I don't know of anybody else doing that, and I'd like to think of myself as being at least somewhat knowledgeable about what's out there in the world. There's a lot of people doing car content. I don't know that there's that many people doing boat stuff. So that sounded way too close to butt stuff. I'm kind of mortified that one, I said it, and then two, that I picked up on what it sounded like. I don't know. You know what? Very strange. Very, very strange. If you look over at what's going on X over here on the live, I was talking about the cats versus dogs, which is the best pet and owner. Dr. Retard is talking about that in a space. And I was talking about that earlier. So yeah, interesting. I'm not saying that one's better than the other, and I'm not getting back into that subject. I covered that like half an hour ago. I'm not, hell, that shit been on here an hour and 12. I didn't realize it'd been here that long. Hell, I'm not even watching videos and stuff. So I made wait and do that. There's going to be a Discord event on the Echelon Discord. If you're a member, if you're not, I'm sorry, because I'm not sending invite links to people who aren't. I don't think that I should be doing that. I think there's a link someplace on their website. Correct me if I'm wrong. So if you're a member of, like if you've got an account on their website, there might be a link someplace. What? There's going to be a stream. There's going to be an event Saturday. So if you're a member on that Discord, go check out the community chat. Keep like watch. There was one Friday last week that I had to drop from because the dog that I was talking about before, the dog started getting worse and the wife called me in. That's what I was doing. I wasn't watching videos. I was on a Discord voice chat with a bunch of people and had to, it's like dog emergency, have to go, bam, and I was out. And so there's supposed to be one, and I'm going to hop on it after I get off my stream Saturday. So I'm going to probably just sit here and run my mouth for this one. And then Saturday, I'll do my regular stuff. I've got a bunch of videos bookmarked to check out. I don't have any shorts left. I had shorts scheduled all the way up until I think Friday of last week. And then they just all ran out because I hadn't been doing any streams to catch them from. I'll very possibly have this one clipped to see if there's anything worth saving in it. Probably not, just because most of the reaction videos is where I get the most hits from. But we'll see. But yeah, that's one of the interesting things is I do have not to toot my own horn or anything, but I do have some folks over at Echelon that are starting to become a little bit more than acquaintances. And I got an official condolences from. Well, dude, do your thing. You don't have to tell me. You're doing your job. But I did get. They did offer their condolences. There's only like 3 different people that run their social media accounts, so you never know which one of them is which. I can mostly tell at this point based on the way that whoever it is doing their thing, and not all of that stuff is public knowledge on who does what. So I'm not going to get too big on naming names or anything, because if they wanted that out there, they would say. But yeah. Let's see. Any other interesting stuff? Oh man, watching football. Oh. Nah, well, I mean, you drink Echelon. But yeah, that sounds a little ADHD to me. That's like Clay. He's like that too. Yeah. Man, I hate it when people get what they got coming to them. I didn't actually come across this from like bookmarking, but you got a chick here who's going to, I don't know if she's going to try to destroy this this pool table because she's mad at a guy or what, but yeah. Yeah. Did you see what that happened there? Let me go on and bring this back real slow. Yeah, that foot caught one. Dink. There went that ankle. Look at it. Look at that. Ain't that a bitch? Oh. Oh, I just gave you that one a few times. Ow. Somebody laughing. They think it's funny. Oh, my foot. Yeah, she mangled it. Did you see it flop? Come on. Hold on. She go all the way to here. She broke that ankle. Look at it. It's kind of got a little bit of something going on there. Just she may or may not have broken it. Oh, yeah, she jacked that thing up. That scrubbing thing on the videos is one of my favorite things, right? I love being able to do that. Sorry, my watch is going off. That's one of the ADHD problems too. My watch goes off. I have to go look at it. I can't not look. But yeah, I was scrolling along and saw that. I was like, oh, she had that coming. That wasn't the first time she had done that either. If you look, that felt is mangled right here. I'm going to guess that she hit it the first time, and then the friends are like, oh, wait, do that again. Do that again, because we're going to film it. And then she missed with the second shot. Buddy, or shit it. What? X Games practice, I think maybe is what you're trying to say there. You're on I'm gonna forgive you for you're on an iPad, so there's that. But yeah. Let's see. Just mostly just having a good Good time. I'll tell you who has I don't know why, but for some reason, I was thinking about old Fritz. Uh, Old Fritz. He's interesting looking. It's like four-legged scrotum. Um, yeah. HLCs. He's a murderous thing too. Yeah. Oh, you, sir, you and I got to collab on some intro music or some sort of tunage for your stuff too. You never did. You never did send me what you were looking for. I mean, if you've got another option, feel free to use it. I'm not saying that I'm the best at generating good music, but essentially all you got to tell me is what style you want. If you want any lyrics or anything in it. No, I wasn't. That's not how it happened. I told man, it's one of those things that I'm back and forth on the getting another dog. And one of the things I was thinking about was like, I don't want. I like rescues. I'm not spending like what was it, $5,000 they spent on that damn dog on this little monster. I don't know if I'm gonna. I can't do that. I can't spend all that kind of money. I'll get a rescue all day long, and the best kind, in my opinion, is a stray. If somebody dumps a dog, I live in the middle of nowhere. I've said that repeatedly. People will come out the country and and uh, and yeah, I want to say it was like $5,000. I could be 100% wrong on that, but when they were doing man, what was that? That was they were on one of their yeah, I know you told it that you had that happen, but yeah, I mean Clay's got like 700 cats because they keep showing up at his house. I mean, it's just I had a cat for a long time that was a stray, and the only reason why that cat lived at my house was because the neighbors across the road had picked it up and had put it into a crate, and they were feeding it hot dogs, and it was not a happy cat. It was just over there crying loudly. You know how cats are. And I think they were just looking for somebody to take it. Anyway, they were just holding on to it because it was a kitten. I mean, it was a little bitty cat. And I don't know if you know how coyotes are, but we got a lot of them around here. And strays, they don't make it long. We've got one solid black cat that it's like a neighborhood cat, but she's crafty, right? So she's been around for a while, and the wife will feed her, put food out for her and stuff. But mostly, if there's a stray, they don't do too hot. And coyotes are they're kind of mean. They'll do things like they'll lure a dog out into the field, and then everybody will gang up on it and kill it. So it's pretty bad. Kind of like Donut's cat. Fuck, what's the name of that damn cat? That was it. It wasn't Beans, was it? Was it Beans? Is that the name of that cat that disappeared when he moved? Right after he moved, and I'm almost certain that that's what happened. Yes, my cigar is. It's being extra, but does coyote taste good in a crab boil? I'm going to say no. Although you get you a good thick, the way you do it, I bet you could make a coyote taste good. You folks from Louisiana make just about anything taste good. I mean, you just I mean, anybody who can take like gar and smoke gar and make that stuff good, I got nothing on that. It's like, if you can make it taste good, I don't care. I've always said I would eat, I would eat rat if somebody cooked it good enough. I don't care. I don't care. There's certain things that I don't want to eat because certain animals to me are pets and certain animals are not. There's a lot of people think pigs are pets. I don't. I think pigs are food. Cows, a lot of people, you get to keep cows or bovines of some sort, and they think they're pets, and I think they're food. To me, rabbits are both food and pets. Let me people keep them both ways. I've had a pet rabbit before, but I've also eaten a hell of a lot of them. Horse is a pet to me. I'm just sorry. I just don't. I don't. If I had horse and I didn't know it was horse and it was good, I would admit it was good. But I'm not going to go like seek out horse meat. I'm just not going to do that. I need to get some bison. I really do, and I, unrelated to like domesticated stuff. Deer season is quickly approaching. In Missouri, I want to say it starts in September, like around the 15th or so, and it's going to be, God, it's going to be hot. My sister, by the way, came down, has alpha-gal. She spends a lot of time up there hunting for mushrooms in the woods, and she got. I feel sorry for her. If it was me, I'd die. If I couldn't eat any animal products, I would die. I would definitely be a lot skinnier. The Bucky binder just hit X. What's wrong with Bucky's? What? Oh, what are you referring to, sir? Bucky's binder. Oh. So anybody who doesn't know, this is what Billy's talking about. Apparently Nick has a binder on Bucky's. Oh. I can't wait to see what the hell that's going to be about. There's going to be a video. There's going to be a video. And he don't just throw those binders around all willy-nilly. And if he's got a binder, he didn't just start on it. He wouldn't post that up and have nothing in it. Speaking of, well, not this, but again, I just like squirrel thing. Did JD Delay stop live streaming? I'm wanting to say he hasn't done it in a while. Let's go look. A month ago. So he's kind of off again, on again. Sorry, I can't help it if there's lag. Yeah, JD's been, well, he's been doing, I think he's been doing a whole lot more like the predator poacher stuff. I think he's been working on a lot more of that. He's got some other stuff that he's got going on in his personal life. I don't know all the details. I don't think he's shared all that. If he has, I've missed it. He was one of those that I was following pretty heavy for a while. Doing no, it's not your iPad. It's definitely going to be lag for the streaming service. But he's been doing some other stuff. So I don't know. I did see that somebody gave him some goth girl spit. And he was talking that up. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see where that Bucky's thing goes, though. I'm sure, nearly certain that we'll see a video out of him about that in the not too distant future. How did I end up with that tab open? So, yeah, so that drops Saturday. Yeah, isn't that right? So there is a very good possibility I'm going to be watching Jack Mandeville's new documentary from an airport. I mean, yeah, Mike Vining's episode was supposed to come up in August. That's what they were kind of teasing. August was the roundabout date. So that's going to be another good one. But I'm so far behind on unsub. I don't even know where to start. I really don't. It's ridiculous. The number of episodes that I have. I watched the last episode I caught was the guys from the Bricks and Minifigs thing. No, I won't be smoking a cigar and drinking. Well, I could drink. All right. If I'm in an airport, where there is an American Airlines Admirals Club. So if his book ain't going to be cleared from the Pentagon until December, they're probably not going to drop the episode until his book is ready to go. That's just an absolute guess on my part. Yeah, the one that they just dropped with what's his name that had the big health scare, is that the other brand? And I'm having a senior moment, but I'm sure it was it was good. I've just gotten to the point where I got so far behind. I'm kind of waiting. I'm really looking forward to winter for a lot of reasons. One of which is going to be because because there's not so much crap to take care of, like lawn work and all that stuff. It's like half a day of every weekend is consumed with making sure that my yard doesn't look like a jungle. It's just and I'm about to have a second one to take care of. I'm buying the house next door because my father-in-law is like 87 years old, and he lives in town. He lives next to a guy who I swear up and down is a drug dealer. And he's just getting up in age. He needs a little bit of help. And I just had an opportunity to grab that property, and we've been working on that it's been empty for almost 3 years. Right around 3 years. The woman, the older lady who lived next door to me, passed away. That was a bad deal too. So this lady lived next door to me, and she had a roommate that lived with her. They were like lunch ladies at the school, and she went to the Carolinas. I don't know which one, and came down sick. Went to go to a wedding, came down sick, and went to the doctor and found out she had like stage 4 cancer. She did not come back. The house was in like probate for a while. The guy who was her grandson ended up with it, and we kept telling him, it's like, hey, we want that house. And he decided, he was talking about he wanted to make sure it was in good condition before he sold it. They smoked in the house, which is part of the reason why she ended up with cancer or something, I'm sure. But she smoked like a freight train, and the house smelled bad and so on and so forth. And he got to messing with it and trying to, fix it up, and got in over his head on it, and then brought in another guy to back him on money, and jacked us around for like 3 damn years. They finally got to the point where they wouldn't invest any more money in it, and finally decided they didn't want to they didn't want to mess with it anymore, and they were going to rent it out. And I was like, fuck, I want that damn house. And so I made them, I kept pestering them until they gave us an offer, and we're paying over market value on it because we need it. But yeah, it's going to be one of those things. And yeah, I'm not necessarily building a compound, but I've got another neighbor down the road who's been we had 2 house fires on our street. I live in a little subdivision in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's just way out away from every other town. And we've had 2 house fires on our street. He keeps buying the lots where the houses were. As a matter of fact, his next door neighbor's house burned down. He bought the lot, and the slab that the house was on, he built a gigantic shop on it. But can I use it as a write-off? It's not. If I did something with it like the Unsub guys do with that house that they use for their podcast, yes, I could. With him living in it and it not being business related, it'd be a stretch. It would be a stretch. I'm not going to start doing podcasts in it or anything like that. That is an opportunity later. That's how Chudstown started. I don't doubt it. I don't plan on feeding anybody Flavor Aid. But yeah, I'd like to call it an investment, but I'm paying more than I should for it. But you know how property goes, and I don't know if I'll make it long enough for it to be a profit for anybody, but my kids probably will. I mean, so it's so I'm if the house next to that came up, I'd probably try to grab that one too. I can only do about one at a time. I got to get that damn thing paid for, and then we'll see where that goes. And that's not even to mention all the acreage my parents have in Missouri. And that it's a whole thing. So, but yeah, that's it's been a whole, man. My wife's been stressed out, and the dog thing came up, and we're trying to close on the house and doing all the stuff, and it's good times. Tell you what, I'm gonna take a quick hiatus, a little break here, get myself a little bit more ice and get that taken care of. Bio break. I'll be right back, guys. Oh Lord, I'm back. Yeah, this is so I have this weird desire to do something stupid for when I do those, when I walk away. And it's not that because you got like HLC does his thing where he just walks away and everybody's all hail chair because his chair is just sitting there. I don't have a tendency to do that because it's a lot easier for me to switch scenes and have everything just kind of turn off. The scene that I have with the away screen has no microphone inputs on it or anything like that, so I don't have to worry about hot miking or anything when I walk away from it. But I need, I probably got to get myself something else going on there that I can just put some background music on and maybe have like this background sitting here, maybe with an empty chair in it or something that it's just kind of doing a thing. I don't know. I'll think about it. But what do you think? Should I do something better than the little cut? Because that thing I did with the little like cube that spins was kind of just one of those things I just did. I've got a couple of things I want to work on with that. I don't much care like about changing the music and everything, but I want to redo my intro. I want to, the animation. I want to take another swing at making that a little bit better. I've got to update the avatar and get the hat changed so that it doesn't say forced valor on it, because that's one of those things. It's like, it's not that I want to distance myself from that podcast or any of that stuff, but there is a definite lifespan on that. And a lot of people don't get it. They don't understand the joke. They don't know anything about any of it. And I kind of want to treat this a little bit as a separate entity. And so Squirt, that was the cat's name. Sorry. I just now, I don't know why, for some reason, I missed that one right before Billy asked about Coyote tasting good. And that's probably because I saw that comment and immediately locked on to it. But yeah, Squirt was the name of that cat. That was the one that actually made him famous, I think, wasn't it? It was when he found Squirt, he put it on social media, and I think that's kind of what got him started. What's up, Aaron? How are you this fine Thursday? Oh, man, sorry I missed your stream on Tuesday. I think you had it. I want to say you had it. You usually do. I don't even remember what I was doing Tuesday. So who knows? Oh, so yeah. Still messing with the PC, huh? Oh, I wish somebody would drop a few $1,000s in your lap so that you can get something better. You probably wouldn't spend. You would probably be responsible and spend that money on something you actually need as opposed to another computer. But I do. I wish that you would. Somebody would just like, hey, here's a new computer or newer computer. I am 100% feeling your pain on that. I had that same exact, kind of shit going on. I'm a Mac guy. I've said it repeatedly, and I had a Mac Mini an old Intel, Mac Mini that I had out here from back when I ran that company, and we used that computer for everything. And I had to reboot it before I live stream every single time. Is like the very first thing. I've got a checklist that I run down to make sure I don't forget something. And I'll tell you, it's a little bit challenging when it comes to multi-streaming and shit like that. I've never tried. I've not done anything but OBS. So let me preface everything with that. The OBS software is a little hinky with Mac. I think that there's quite a bit more stuff out there for Windows, just because if you're doing video editing and content creation where you're filming it and then editing it and then putting that out, then yeah, Mac is phenomenal. There's some really great there's tools that come with Mac, the iMovie app. You can do. Oh, what's up, man? Glad to see you. I'm glad to have you with me. But the iMovie app, it comes free with Mac, and and that's the thing. I've gotten to the point where I'm so used to OBS and dealing with Uh, Final Cut Pro. No, yeah. So you can buy Final Cut Pro. GarageBand is so they've got all those free tools that you can get are actually pretty solid. However, the yes, the creator suite that you get that comes with all of their stuff. Oh, he was golfing, huh? I'm glad that you enjoy that. I'm not anti-golf by any means, but yeah, I think golf courses are a waste of a perfectly good rifle range. That's just me. But yeah, the creator suite that they have that comes with the Pixelmator image editing. They've got graphics animation application. They've got the Final Cut Pro, all that stuff. The way Tackett says golf. I don't remember ever hearing him say it. But yeah, there's a lot of. I just about dropped my cigar. Did you see me? I twitched real hard there. I thought for a second that I dropped it. There's a lot of stuff out there, and that's like there's a lot of good stuff out there for Windows too. A lot of free tools that you can get and whatnot. I mean, like OBS is free and whatnot for at least a little bit. And he says goth. My sister says egg. She says egg. It drives me crazy. She's always done it. You know what? That's the best thing. It lets you get out with the bros, let you cut loose and have a good time and decompress. That's good stuff. Let's see. New cameras. Man, I'll tell you, not to eggs and yeah. God. And it's all words that rhyme with egg or also have that egg. She says Greg instead of Greg. I have no idea where the hell she picked that up from. Nobody else in my family does that. I consider it a speech impediment. But yeah, the iPhones, man, the new iPhones, you can do 4K with one of those. I mean, that's damn. I'm sure you can with certain poor phones. Also, I'm gonna start that shit up. I am a fanboy. I love me some Mac. I'm Apple all the way, and mostly it's because it's an entire ecosystem, and I can have my AirPod in my ear, and if my phone rang and I answered it, it would immediately switch over to that, and then when I hung up, it would jump back over where I was at before. My watch is integrated with everything I have. It's just like, and everything's hooked together. I don't know. It's just too damn convenient. But you know what's really, really weird is I got people watching on X and nobody ever says a damn thing there. I don't understand that. It's like, well, I do understand it. It's because people who watch on X get pissed off because of the lag when they go to chat, and it's that is the worst place. Yeah. I don't know. So did you guys see Yarn Hub? A damn thing? What a oh, you're testing it. Thank you, Ash. You said a damn thing. I got it. You're very funny. You're a funny guy. Funny guy. So Yarn Hub had a video that hit 30 million views. That's pretty cool. I was like, what's that like? Oh, Those guys have that dude. They said shit for a long time. I know they were working on Brass Rain, and got that. I think they got that out. I'm not a gamer. I don't play games and whatnot. So I don't have time. I just don't. I don't have time to watch videos. But so they did have a YouTube video that hit 30 million views, and that's pretty neat. So, and if you don't know who Yarn Hub is, for a little background, Yarn Hub does animation, historical animation, and they've done a collab on 2 different videos with Nick, with the Fat Electrician. There was the with the bazooka something or another. What was it? What was the guy's nickname? Son of a bitch. Somebody tell me. It's not Bob. The guy who put bazookas on his damn on his airplane. Anyway, they had a couple of collab videos that they did with Nick, did some animations for some of his cutscenes and stuff. And they do pretty good stuff. Bazooka, is it Bazooka Charlie? That sounds right. But there was that video and another. And Bazooka Charlie, that video, I'm pretty certain was the first one they did a collab with him on. And so, but I wanted to collab with them on some stuff, but they're a real company and they don't have time to mess with anybody like me. This is small fry like I am. But they finally posted. It was the first time they said anything on X in forever, and it was that. But yeah, I've got one story that's what I was hoping they were going to do. I was hoping that they were going to be able to collab with me on it, and I'm holding out. I'll keep that one in the back pocket until they'll either collab with me on it or I'll never make a video on it. Yeah. So while I've got you guys, I need to put this out there. I think we've got a few more people watching things and stuff. I need to put something out there and start getting some ideas. Used to get quite a few suggestions on the website on things to do, and it's just kind of started dying off, and nobody really does that anymore. I always have you. You know what? Thank you, Phil. I appreciate it. The kids must be bathed and taken care of, but I need to get some new fresh content ideas. I think the way to keep the Forced Valor channel running is to get some fresh ideas. I'm not at the end. It's not like it's on its last legs and I'm thinking it's going to be gone anytime soon, and that stuff's going to stay going forever. I'm not going to take it down. It's just it may start getting a little sparse, but I think I'm going to start. And we need to branch out. And do some new stuff. We've did the King Trout episode. I did the I don't know. But yeah, did the JD delay thing. And you know what is upsetting about that is I didn't do JD's didn't have his face right. HDDE. You're going to have to expand on that one. I'm not catching that reference. Come on. Spell it out for me. Dropped your phone. Okay, come on. Lag is a bitch. You just sit here and wait for you to type it. No, he's not. That's a good question for you while I'm waiting. See, Nick bought a gun. Yes. Yes. Something about demo. Ooh, that's a good one. Matt did make a cameo appearance in an episode. A front and center. Oh, nothing to explain. Trying to catch your phone. That's funny. You know what? You should have made something up. I saw that. You were actually away doing something else, and Billy brought that up. I think it was either Billy or Travis. There's episode 300. Buddy, I am way far away. I'm just doing like episode 62 or 72. I got a long way to go. Yeah, episode 69 dropped Monday. I'm currently actively working on episode 72. So I'm trying to get ahead because my schedule is fixing to get real stupid. So I'm trying to work ahead. Oh, episode 300. That would be great. I think that would probably be the most popular episode that they've had if they could get Matt Carricker to get on their episode or on their show. Not necessarily come out of retirement, but just kind of check in and tell people how he's doing. So, hey, if we see a pattern forming, I'm all about the patterns and whatnot. See here. So, speaking of episode 69, you guys, I dropped the shirt for this episode super early, and this is the shirt that goes with episode 69. I should have put a 69 on it someplace. I knew it was going to be that episode number, way ahead of it. But this shirt's included in the next giveaway that's going to drop Sunday. I will be dropping another giveaway come Sunday. Everybody should enter, whether you've entered already or not. Enter every time. I don't care if I do draw the same person multiple times. It is 100% totally random. Grok picks my winners because Grok can go out and see who does what and who actually follows the rules and all that shit. So please, by all means, when I drop it, you buying one of these hats. This is actually not my favorite camo pattern. This is like the green, the jungle camo. The gray one is actually, or is it brown? They go by the back, and this one's actually, I think, black. The camo pattern that I like the best, and I wore this hat because I've been wearing the other one all the time. Yeah, that's really funny too, because I didn't try on this logo at all. I phoned it in. It's like, what am I gonna do? Okay, I got it. I need some square brackets because that's like computer shit, and it's like JDBG because it's JD the bot guy. It's like, sometimes simple is best. So the one thing I don't like is the fact when they encoded that when they digitized this logo, those letters are actually supposed to overlap a little bit. I can actually show you. So if you look, I've got a sticker. If you look at the sticker, there's a touch of overlap on these letters. If you look, they actually join up. So there's an overlap. When they digitized the logo, they digitized it into separate letters. So if you look at the hat, it doesn't overlap. It pisses me right off. It's like it does overlap in the images for the one that they show on the site, but it's just, well, if you can see, you can see that there's actually a space in them, and which is not. Man, you are like not. Dude, you're worse than I am. Like you just come all the way around. You must have been on a call. You know what's really funny is that's the same hats that I used for the Forced Valor. I've got the same exact hats, but this one right here, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the camo and brown is actually the one I wear more often. So now I'm not gonna like the camo and olive is actually pretty sporty too. I like that camo pattern. I've only got the camo and brown and the camo and black though. And then I've got so the one that I wear, and you can't tell, but I've got a blackout one, and you can barely see there. It's black on black. I've got one of these, and that's the one that I wear. Like that's my dressy hat. That's the one I wear whenever it's like I'm trying to actually not look like a slob. Well, at least not 100% anyway. If I'm wearing like a polo or something, that shirt, that's the one. I don't go without a hat. I don't want to get my little bald spot burnt. But those are Richardson 112s, which is my favorite trucker hat. Richardson 112s are like a medium height. So if you're like me and you've got a fat round face, you can't wear a real tall hat. The 110s are slightly higher, and I can't really pull those off. I got a round head, and I got to have a hat that's a little bit shorter so it doesn't make my head look weird. I look like I'm wearing a damn top hat. So also, while we're on the site, the shirt that Travis was wearing in the video he made was this one right here. So I do have to spend some more time working on the merch site. I think I'm going to be switching the t-shirt that I use for most everything. The t-shirt that I use in, yeah, I do too. So the shirt that I use for this shirt and the one that I use for this shirt are it's still a unisex t-shirt, but it's the softer cotton, and I'm probably pronouncing the Gildan. It's like a Gildan 5000. It may be pronounced Jill with a soft G. I don't fucking know, and I don't care. It's not the most important thing in the world. But anyway, it's a soft cotton, and that's the shirt that I'm going to be using. Now the problem is it doesn't go up to the really, really big sizes. And I do have some girthier listeners. I'm keeping the old ones too. I will put out new shirts in these, but this one only goes up to a 3X. I'm a 2X guy myself, so I think the other shirts they're heavier weight and they go up to like I think 5X. So I may, depending on, I don't do a lot of sales in the merch area at this point. If I get to a point where I'm doing a lot more and people are asking for bigger sizes, I'll probably make one in the other style, just so folks can be in on that. I'll keep the other ones around for forever. Just for the simple fact that, why? I mean, it doesn't cost anything to take them down. And it's like, if you notice that like Nick, who is the t-shirt guy, he produces some of the same designs over and over and redrops them in a little bit of a different, like he's probably got 7 of the warheads on foreheads thing. Yeah, this one's done. I can't anymore with this. Speaking of the warheads on foreheads, did you guys see the trophy war skull? Man, he did what? He did a special for Nick. Let me find it. Come on, where be it is. I saw it. I don't remember where I saw it. I want to say it was on X, but I also could be losing my ever loving mind. But he did a special skull for Nick that had a bomb sticking out of it, and I'll be damned if I can't. He does do good work. He does. The paint job he does on that. Have you seen? He had a video, like a real short video of the process he goes through to make those, and I think he prints those in black. He uses black filament and then paints them, and he does a really, really good job. He does a hell of a lot better job than I did on that one back here. Of course, I half-assed that. I mean, it was a very early. It was a print that I don't know. Oh yeah, so he does do them. So if you look, yeah, see, he does them in black, and then he comes back and paints them, does some filler on them. No, he uses filler. I mean, he does it so he puts like it's not Bondo, but it's a filler of some sort on that to and then smooths them and gets the texture right and everything, and he puts a lot of time and effort into it. He's got his process down, right? So but maybe it was it this one? Nope. Come on. Oh, there it is. Found it. Here we go. Here is the one that he made for the Fat Electrician. That's pretty dope. I think it's pretty neat. So I'll tell you, having one that just works is pretty damn nice. But yeah, he takes care of it. He does. I think he clear coats them and does all kinds of shit. He does a pretty damn good job. He puts a lot more effort into it than I do. Of course, a set piece for me is it's going to sit back over here, and you know what? Hold on. So since I haven't really gotten a chance to show this, it's just been sitting in the background. So, oh yeah. Oh, it's washing out. Anyway, you'll see if you can, God bless this light. There's a few, you can't see any of that. It's all washing out. Hold on. There. Damn it. I'm trying to find the spot. You can't see it. My light's washing it out, which goes to show you I need to do something with it. But this thing is actually a model I found that's got some damage in it. It looks like it's got an axe mark across here. Yeah, laugh at me, Travis, for just dealing with this. I don't want to turn the light off. I sure as hell don't want to turn the big light on. But it's got a little battle damage, if you will. I have a key light. The problem is that the son of a bitch is the camera just can't deal with if I had the auto white balance and stuff turned on, it would stop doing. You know what? I think let's give this a try. Hold on. Give me one moment. I'm gonna go to auto exposure, so forgive me. All right, so I'm gonna try. I don't know. It worked. All right, so you can see that it's got a bit of a gash right here, and but if you look at the bottom right here is some problems. You can hear it, right? So, but there's a little plate that's kind of popped up here. Look at that. You can see that pretty good now. I mean, it's pretty decent. It's not bad for a print. It really isn't. But it does have some problems on the bottom, right? So needless to say, it's not bad. Especially considering it was the first one I did. It came out pretty good. It has some pretty good details, like little cracks and like bumps and stuff. It's the model I got was pretty damn good. And so let me turn off the automatic. So anyway, needless to say, this skull could be really, really nice if I would put a little bit of time and effort into it. And in the printer I have, you really can't see the lines on it. If I put a little bit of paint and a little bit of effort into making this thing a little bit nicer, or maybe printed it in black like he does, and then came back and did a little bit of sanding and some light paint work on it, it could be pretty cool. Or alternatively, I could just leave it the fuck alone. And I like one of the things that I enjoy. I'm not entirely certain who came up with it, but it's a favorite of mine. Is nothing is often a good thing to do and always a good thing to say. So I probably won't do anything with it. I do want to print. I want to like fill in the eye sockets in the nose with some black paint. And the problem is once I go down that path, I probably need to print another one and then start messing with that one. Or I could just buy one from this dude and be done with it. I wonder if I could get him to make me one, like a special one. What do you guys think about that? Should I just contact the Trophy War Skulls dude and just like say, hey man, can we work on something? I mean, I don't even know what his skulls cost. I mean, they may be affordable. I don't know. I need to put some effort into it. And it's like, that's one of those things is like, I could like try to be a little bit better with that stuff and teach myself some of these things. Or I could support another guy trying to make his way in the world. I will say that he did upstage me a bunch when it came to the guys going to the doing the unboxing. When they saw that skull, all bets were off. There was no coming back for who can follow that. The stuff that I sent him was like, oh, whatever. It's a couple t-shirts and some hats. Nobody gives a shit. I got upstaged. You know what? I got to give it to him. He did a good job. And those dudes thought for sure that thing was real. It looked real to me. So, I mean, what are you going to do? But yeah, the fun in that is I could put them beside each other. I don't know. They could be friends. So oh yeah, I would have reacted that way too. If somebody sent me a box to my PO box and I opened it up and there was a human skull in it, I probably would react like that too. Yeah. And I don't know. So you can own human remains. Many of the skeletons you see in like schools are human. They're human remains. People donate their bodies to science, and end up as a matter of fact, I think I'm pretty certain my wife wants to do that. When she passes, wants to donate her body to science, and then when they get done with it, they cremate it and give you the ashes. So I mean, honestly, obviously, if they don't keep the skeleton, I mean, I don't know what they do. They fillet you and take the skeleton out and then burn the rest. I don't know how that works. It's a Gurkha Black Ops, by the way. I don't doubt that. They are pretty easy to come by. I mean, honestly, I bet you that I could buy a human skull on the internet and it'd be totally legal. So, can you buy a real human skull on the internet? Question mark. Yeah, let's see. Whatever. At Disney. Well, I knew where you were talking about. I didn't think that you were talking about on the movie. Although, speaking of real human remains in movies, did you know in the movie Poltergeist, all of the human remains that they showed in the scene where they were floating up in the pool and stuff, those were all real. Yeah. My FBI agent doesn't care. So yeah, it's generally illegal in the U.S. under most circumstances. There's no federal law prohibiting it, except for Native American. You can't own Native American remains, which is a thing in the area I'm at. There was a gigantic Native American settlement here like 10,000 years ago. There were more people here in this area of the country 10,000 years ago than there are now. Millions of people. Holy shit, you typed a lot. Have a place called the Body Farm. People donate their bodies so people can learn how bodies decay in different environment conditions. Yeah. So yeah, they also use those for forensics, for people who are learning to do like forensics and stuff, where they can judge how long a person's been dead based on their level of decay and where they were and all that stuff. I mean, that's important shit. So not federal. It's like some states have laws like the Bone Room, which is apparently a place you can go. You have a good one, man. Georgia, Tennessee, Louisiana, and Minnesota. So apparently there's Skulls Unlimited, the Bone Room, and John's Bones, JONS, that you can normally buy. And there's somewhere between 1,000 and 3,000, depending on the condition, age, completeness, and quality. So, and then there's things like eBay and places like that will not sell them because eBay is like international. And so they ban shit like that. Plus you never know if like somebody's digging up old Native American stuff or stealing remains. So, but yeah, I don't want to pay $1,000 for a human skull. I printed that one for free, essentially. But hey, we learned something. We learned something today. Neat. Huh. Now this makes me want to. Oh, this is crazy right here. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not going to get doxxed by some bullshit. The weird one is they have fetal and child skulls, neonatal skulls. That's some creepy shit. You can't tell me that this thing right here, like these baby skulls, man, is a 3-year-old neonatal. Man, that's some 4-month-old. That's some creepy shit. That's something I don't want any part of. Baby skulls. I mean, it's one thing for a grown ass adult human being to like decide they want to donate their skull, but they've got like 8 to 9-year-olds. I mean, because if you look at the side, like this one right here, you look at the skull and you wouldn't know that it's a child until you look at the size of the teeth in comparison to the size of the rest of the skull. That's ridiculous. $2,500. That's over the edge for me. I'm a little bit on the side of I'm a little too superstitious for that kind of shit. I don't know. I don't want to go down that path. I would rather just have a plastic one. Know what I mean? That's safe. I mean, I've seen some crazy shit in my life. I don't want to be haunted by some little kid. I don't know. Why did we go down this path? It's because of Travis. Travis was like, Nick was looking up, see if he could own it or not. And so immediately I'm like, well, fuck, I got to look that up now too. Step away from it. You come back to an expensive ass. That wasn't a dead guy. That was a dead kid, man. That was not a guy. That was like a 9-year-old kid. Ow, hit my knee. Damn it. Everybody see everything. So, yeah, that is worse. That's the whole point. That's the point I was making is like, $2,500 for some 9-year-old skull. I don't think so. I mean, it's one thing to have an adult who donates their body to science and it's like all that stuff. Nah, I'm not. That kid didn't donate shit. I mean, I'm not saying how they came across that skull is illegal in any way, shape, or form, but it was probably something like the parents decided to donate the body, or it was an orphan that didn't have any. I don't know. I don't know the story. And that's the other thing is like, I would start being like, okay, I want to know who was this? Who was this skull? Right? Who did it belong to? It would drive me nuts. I'd have to find out. And then I'd be like having a relationship with, it's like I know everything about this person now because that's the way I am. I'll go down the rabbit hole, man. So Ouija board interviewing the skull. You know what? Yeah, so a blank skull on the War Skulls side is like $70. I mean, some of the painted ones are, I don't know. I mean, $7,500. That's actually not that bad. I was expecting it to be a lot more than that, considering how much he puts into it. A custom skull is $120, dude. I don't know. I don't know. Well, obviously he would for $120. He probably put anything on it. Yeah. Yeah, you could do that. I think it's interesting that all like his skulls, if you look, have the damage. So that big hole in the back of it is, I think, on all of them. Like they're all identical. They all have the same two teeth in the front on top. So I mean, I can't say as I would blame him for using the same model over and over again. It seems kind of stupid to use a different model every time. Yes, you should absolutely write off all the money you waste. Every single thing that's on this set back here is a write-off. Everything. Why do you think the bottles of liquor change? Whenever I buy a bottle of bourbon or something, I buy a bottle of whiskey, it goes on the shelf back here. If it's of any value, it goes on the shelf back here for a bit. I've got two different bottles of Blanton's back here. Got that Redbreast 12 over here. All that stuff. You think I didn't write these shoes off? You think you crazy? Shit. That was a charitable donation. I pay attention. Nick talks, I listen. That guy's a businessman. I'm going to pay attention to things he says. For sure. So yeah, it doesn't take a collab. All I got to do is order the damn thing. I have to give that some thought. Facts. He does. He knows. And he's also got a lawyer that advises him on stuff. So oh. So that date that Echelon put out for the 14th wasn't the right date. Oh. Mm. Going back and forth about writing stuff. She thinks that I have to be making. No. Here's the deal. And good. Let me preface this with saying I am not a financial advisor. I am not an accountant. I'm not a tax attorney. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Everything I say is for entertainment purposes only. If you do what I say and it doesn't work out for you, you get audited, arrested, or otherwise have some sort of bad experience. That's on you. That's on you. Not my fault. Businesses don't have to turn a profit in order for you to write things off, right? Many startups aren't profitable for many, many years. Now, however, at some point, if you don't turn a profit in eventually, somebody's going to start looking at you. Instructions unclear, hand stuck. What? That was an odd thing to say. Hand stuck in cow. Okay. Interesting. So what you missed was, Travis, I don't know if you were paying attention. when I showed the picture of Eric Bartel carrying, I don't know that reference, that the hand stuck in cow. I'm glad somebody did. Eric Bartel picture carrying 2 cases of Echelon with the black bars, and we don't know what they are and all that stuff. I don't know if you were on when I was talking about that and I showed it. But yeah, just rewind and find the picture of Eric Bartel. And they put a date out of 8/14. Apparently that's not the correct date. Maybe 9/14. Maybe 9/24, maybe 9/04, maybe 8/24. I don't know. So that just goes to show you I don't have any ID. Yes, I don't have any idea, not ID. I don't have any idea what's coming out when. I am not that good of an actor. Because if I was like, oh yeah, there's something new coming out, I've got this information in front of me. Nah. Yeah. All I know is later this week, you can't get in my house later. When all that Echelon shows up at my place, there's going to be a wall of Echelon boxes on my front porch here in the next few days. And yeah. Six more next Tuesday, boxes, not cases. Yeah. Oh, she threw them at you, did she? She's a little tougher than I thought. Through 2 cases? And she just like Hulk out on you or what? So yeah, I knew my Discord was going off for a reason. I hadn't looked at it. I've got people now trying to figure out what those are. I stand by my assumption that the bottom case was some sort of watermelon. I don't know. We shall wait and see. How unfortunate for whoever's running the X account. Well, so I think I'm going to give her a call her quits for the night. I'm just sitting here rambling anyway. Been on here 2 hours, 34 minutes looking at idiocy and stuff. Travis has got to go get himself a new phone. And I'm going to sit here and smoke the rest of this cigar and watch some stupidity on the internet. I will be back Saturday, 6 Central, and I'll be on until the event starts, probably an hour to an hour and a half. I don't know what time they're going to start that event, but I'm going to be online for a little bit, probably about an hour on Saturday, and then I'm going to hop over on the Discord for Echelon and see what's going on over there. In the meantime, you guys have a great rest of your night tonight. Have a great day tomorrow, and I'll see you Saturday. So, peace, y'all.